welcome to Ed Foodie. We're going to have some fun today. We're going to make some mini meatloaves, and each one, I got a pan that's got 6 mini meatloaves, and we're going to stuff each one of these with a different little surprise. So this will be fun to see how this all turns out. The pan I'm using here has 6 1-cup places for the meatloaf. So if you don't have one of these, you can just use a cup, measuring cup, and then mold them into little loaves yourself. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the actual meatloaf because everybody I know has your own favorite way of making meatloaf, but just real quick, what I do is I have a pound of good, like 90% lean ground beef and a half a pound of breakfast sausage, and I've kind of mixed it all together. So just real quick, what I do is I've got about a half a cup of chopped onion. I'll put in 1 egg, half a cup of breadcrumbs, half a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and then my mom always, it seemed like there was brown sugar in everything she made. I'm just going to put in, this is optional, I'm going to put in like a half a tablespoon of brown sugar. And then I know a lot of people use ketchup. I don't like ketchup, especially with the brown sugar in it. It just makes everything too sweet for me. I'm going to use a half a can, that will be 4 ounces of tomato sauce. All right, we're just going to mix this all up and we'll start making our little mini loaves. All right, now for the fun part. I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. I did spray the pan with cooking spray. I don't know if I'll need it or not, but I just want to make sure the bottoms don't burn. So let's start. I'm going to start with a half a cup. Let's see what that does. Maybe a little less than a half a cup. I'm just going to pour it in here. Spread it out. And then I'm going to make like a little, put a little bit more in there. I want to make a little dent, like a little hole. Let's see if you can see that good. There's like a little hole. And I will just start filling it with fun things. So the first thing I'm going to try here is, I made some pesto. We're going to do an Italian. I made some homemade pesto, and you can buy it at the store and spoon it in there. If you want this recipe, look up Ed Foodie pasta with pesto. It'll show you how to make the pesto. So I'm going to put in, just enough to make sure we get a little bite in it, a little bit of flavor in every bite. And then with that, we can put in a couple little sprinkles of Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan. And then if you want, I got some string cheese here that's, I'm gonna put maybe a half a stick in there. Just put 2 of those and push it down in. Right, that's, I think, good. And so what I want to do now is cover up the rest of this stuff. I'm hoping to get 6. I may not. We'll see what happens here. Now, if you don't like the pesto Italian, you can just use, spaghetti sauce. The string cheese was made with mozzarella, so you could put mozzarella and spaghetti sauce in there if you wanted to. All right, so this one, it's going to be in the upper right-hand corner, so I'll know this is mine. I'm going to put in just some crumbled blue cheese. I love blue cheese. Catherine hates it, so I got to make sure I get it, and she doesn't. And I guess you need to be careful, and that'll be a problem with me of putting too much stuffing. I know when I make Christmas cookies, sometimes I put too much in there. You don't want this to leak out. All right, so for my next one, I'm gonna make a little mini Mexican meatloaf. I made up some homemade pico de gallo. And again, I have a recipe for that if you look up Foodie pico de gallo. And you wanna make sure, try not to get too much of the liquid. And you know, you can make this as hot or spicy as you want. Then I think on top of that, I'll sprinkle on some Mexican grated cheese. Oh, you know, we could have put in some sour cream in that Mexican one too. I forgot to do that, but that's okay. So for this one, I just made up some caramelized onion. I thought that would be really good in here. But you know, your options are endless. You know, just look in the refrigerator. What kind of leftovers do you have? Stick them in the middle of a meatloaf and surprise. All right, so we got one left, and it's going to be kind of a small one at that. I have my choice of leftover mashed potatoes, or like a jalapeno popper, or what we call down here an armadillo egg. So I think I'm going to make the armadillo egg. And then just take some cream cheese. Oh, I've taken the jalapeno, I've cut it in half and took all the seeds and the membranes out. We're gonna stuff cream cheese in there. Let's do 2. I'm having trouble with this thing. Okay, well, we got 5. That's good. I probably could have got 6 if I would have made that first one a little bit smaller. And I got to remember my blue cheese is up here on the right side. All right, my oven's preheated. I'm going to put this in there for 350 degrees. We'll check it at 40 minutes and we'll see what they look like. So I ended up letting them in there for about 50 minutes. You want internal temperature of around 165 degrees. And they look great. I'm gonna let them sit for maybe 5 minutes. Then I'll pull them out, and I think I'll set them on like a paper towel on a dish just to get some of that excess grease absorbed into the paper towel. And while they were cooking, I thought a really great idea, if you can remember which ones have which stuffing, you could put like a teaspoon of the pesto onto the pesto one, put a little teaspoon of the pico de gallo on the Mexican one, scoop a little bit of the caramelized onion, put it on top. That way people can pick and choose which one they want. It won't totally be a surprise. I kind of like the surprise method myself because I think I'm going to enjoy all these. All right, so we're going to let these cool off a little bit. And yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I really enjoy this recipe. This is, kids should really love this. All right, I pulled them out, set them on a paper towel, and yeah, there was quite a bit of grease, so that was good to soak up all that excess grease. So here's, yeah, like I was saying, what I did was I topped each one. Hopefully you can see this without me knocking it over. I put a little bit of the pesto on this one, a little bit of the caramelized onions on top, a little bit of the blue cheese on top of this one, and then some of the Mexican pico de gallo on top of that one. So yeah, this is fantastic. The 5th one was the armadillo egg, the cream cheese and jalapeno stuff. It turned out okay. It was, like I said, it was a little bit small. So that's the one I'm gonna try here today. Wow. Wow, is that good? I haven't had meatloaf in a really long time. Very good, just like a firecracker jalapeno. Really good. So that was very fun food to make today. So this was a lot of fun to make. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Foodie right over there. Thank you for watching.